Dear Dhamma devotees, so this is the Vassana season. So we are going to start a Vassana Dhamma Talk series at the Indiana Buddhist Temple throughout the Vassana season for the next 3 months. So we have scheduled 12 Dhamma Talks on very important topics in Buddhism. In Buddhism, the approach is slightly different, and as you know, you have some understanding about how Buddhism teach certain concepts. So to help the idea, we decided to conduct 12 Dhamma talks in several different topics. For example, starting with what is Saddha? So we talk about that Saddha is not just plain belief. There are much more profound meaning to it. And then we move on to who is Puthakjana, and then what is Dana, what is Sila, and what is Bhavana. And also we are going to talk about the major qualities of Buddhism. For example, what is Four Noble Truths, and what is the middle path. Why the middle path is so important. Why we do not go to one of those ends. Of course, we know that someone is poor is not in good life. And also, in Buddhism, we don't praise to be too much rich. So we normally, in Buddhism, we say that it is best to be in the middle. So we're going to talk about those kind of concepts and why those things are important to have a better life. And also, we finally, in our 12th Dhamma talk, we're going to talk about the cause and effect theory. This is one of the major, I should say, a scientific approach. I know some people don't like to say scientific approach, but you can see that there is some nice theory or logic behind it. So that's going to be our last Dhamma talk of the series. That's the 12th Dhamma talk in this series. So we would like to invite you to come and join us, and you can listen all of those Dhamma talks at our YouTube channel, Ehi Patsiko. So you can search on that, and you can also find all the transcripts and slides. All of them are available in the YouTube channel. So we would like to invite you to come and join us and have an open discussion. Please use the space to discuss, ask questions, and have open discussion about what is happening. And so this is going to be a really nice forum for us to learn Buddhism in the right way. So we would like to invite Bhante Pagnnasara to conduct his Dhamma talk.
Before starting Dhamma talk, please bring your hands very close to the heart and say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Samma sambuddhassa. Now I am going to invite all the deities who wish to listen Dhamma. Samanta cakkavalesu atra gaccantu devata saddhammang munirajassa sunantu sagga mokkadang. Dhamma savana kalo ayam badanta. Dhammat savana kalo ayam badanta. Dhammat savana kalo ayam badanta.
Saddha bijam tapo utti. Dear friends in Dhamma, today you have gathered here to listen some important Dhamma facts from Buddha's teaching or Pali Canon. So we are passing rainy period or rainy retreat time. This period is very important in Buddhist context. Then we have scheduled some program to success this 3 months. This is very special 3 months. Buddha advised to monks protect Vassana precepts, not only protect from rain, to develop spirituality both lay and monks. Not only Buddhist monk, but also you also can cultivate, accumulate good thing during Vassana period. First of all, I would like to thank our teacher or the abbot of Indiana Buddhist Temple and the abbot of Los Angeles, the most venerable Bhante Aagamika Thero, under the guidance of him, we have organized such kind of events. Mr. Udita, I was invited by him to do such kind of meritorious actions of Dhamma Talk. Then I accepted it. When I deliver Dhamma, it should have clear interpretation. Step by step, I want to explain something. Then what should I do? I think. And at that time, I decided to start Dhamma series from Saddha. Already you know Saddha, but in different ways you can see that. Okay, it's very different. I also get some new information when I search that. After that, I am going to explain. If you have a confidence, then you need to understand other things. There are two kinds of normal being. That meaning we know pratajana. There are two kinds of pratajana. I will explain what is the pratajana next week. But before be a pratajana, you should understand, you must understand Saddha. Because belief and Saddha is totally different. Totally different. We use faith like that, but you can get some information from this. This is the beginning. If somebody want to follow Buddhism, this is the first stage. If you not follow this, it will be terrible for your spiritual journey. This is the first stage which you need to understand, you need to realize. Then I really appreciate from Mr. Udita and Katugampala family to all the families. Miss Pushpika and from that family and all the families who sponsored to the Dhamma Talk. I hope to explain what is Saddha or what Saddha is. Okay, understanding Saddha in Buddhism is really, really important. If you want to follow Buddhism, what is the first stage? Saddha. Okay. A foundation of the noble path. You need to get higher position in Buddha's teaching. A foundation of the Saddha is a foundation of the noble path. Okay, what is the meaning of Saddha? Saddha is a noble quality of truthful confidence. Again, I will explain. Saddha is a noble quality of truthful confidence. Again and again, we can understand, not blind belief. You can argue with the rational knowledge. Even Buddhahood also you can argue. Buddha say, if you want to argue about Buddhahood, you can argue. You can ask any question from the Buddha. Doesn't matter. You can ask any question from Dhamma. Then we don't have any authority. And not blind belief, but a well-informed reason, conviction that inspires and sustains our journey on the Dhamma path. That's the thing that you have to understand what is Saddha. Okay, you can see, dear Dhamma friends, you can see translations, English translation of Saddha. I have found only those words. The Pali word Saddha can be translated as faith and confidence, trust, convictions, like that. Those are the translation words of Saddha. But don't depend on those words, okay? Please try to understand context. If you need to understand something, you need to understand plus context, not word translation, word to word translation like that. Try to understand the context. What Saddha is like that. The behavior of the Saddha, characteristics of the Saddha. Somebody say, we follow the Buddhism, then we have Saddha. I know that. Everybody has Saddha. Even the children also have Saddha. But the thing is, it is different. The Saddha also have, earlier I mentioned, Saddha is the first stage of the liberation, as well as Saddha also has another many stages, 5 stages. According to our understanding, our realization is different. If I say the child, you think about the small child, she or he also has a Saddha, but it's different. Then you need to understand the status of the Saddha too. Okay. But in Buddhism, it refers to a clear, calm, and intelligent confidence in Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha based on personal reflection. Try to understand that. Personal reflection and spiritual institution. Saddha is considered the first condition that opens the heart and mind to the Dhamma. Then, 2 types of Saddha. I think you have heard that, no? You know, the most of the Sri Lankans, I think you know. This is the 2 types of Saddha. The people try to follow a religion or religions by using this kind of belief. One is Aagamika Saddha. If somebody can follow Buddhism, but if they have Aagamika Saddha or what's the unwise, baseless faith. What is that? Unwise, baseless faith. No any argument. Whatever religious leaders say, you believe. Whatever is it, you are not going to argue. You are not going to ask question from teaching of the Buddha or other things. You believe. And you practice some religious activities, even if it is good or bad, you don't know, you follow that. You are not going to argue, you are not going to questions from religion, you believe. But you don't know it is follow truth. You know, early stage when I talk dark age, dark period. In that period, people, again and again I mentioned that, people can't ask question from religion like why, what, how. You can't ask any question from religion. The authoritative aspect of religion. That is quite similar to unwise, baseless faith or Aagamika Saddha. This is groundless faith, often based on blind tradition, emotionalism, or external authority without realization or understanding. Then blind tradition and emotionalism. This is not a good Saddha actually. If you want to follow Buddhism, you have to give up Aagamika Saddha. The Buddha discouraged this kind of faith and he said, you know Kalama Sutta, one day I explained that, don't go by mere tradition, like authority, tradition things. But when you know for yourself that something is skillful, then you should accept it. It's mentioned in Kalama Sutta. Don't depend on mere tradition because of authority, because of the respected monks. Okay, a lot of people respect for some monks, then you think, this monk say the truth thing. Don't depend on that. You can argue. This is called, if you depend on those traditional like that, this is Aagamika. If you can give up all the tradition like that, that is different kind of Saddha. This is also Saddha, but Aagamika, not real. Then, now time has come to explain Aagamika Saddha. This is the next Saddha. You can see Aagamika Saddha. Wise, reason, faith. You can argue. What is this? What is this? No. The most of the people argue actually not Buddha's with the real teaching. We have good advanced teaching, dependent origination, Paticca, 8 noble path, 3 universal characteristics. Nobody can argue with those teaching methods. The people argue only with the basic things. But if you have Aagamika Saddha, wise reason faith, this is the faith supported by understanding or realization. Based on reason, evidence, and personal observation and reflection. Then I think you can understand what are the Aagamika Saddha and Aagamika Saddha. One is based on blind belief, the other one is based on the rational concept, with the rational knowledge or realization or with good understanding. Now you know two kind of Saddha. Okay. I think this is new for you. Earlier I explained two types of Saddha. You know that, I know you are really know about that two types of Saddha, but this is different. This is the stage of the development, stage of the Saddha, or faith, or confidence. Okay. Aagamika Saddha. First one is what? Aagamika Saddha, which is mentioned in Kalama Sutta. Aagamika Saddha, faith through learning or tradition. Try to understand this state. Now you can decide your level, okay? Everybody has Saddha, I know that. Now you can decide your level. The one is Aagamika Saddha, faith through hearing or tradition. Whatever religious leaders say, you believe that. Even if it is true or false. Meaning, initial confidence gained by hearing Dhamma from others or following family, culture and traditions. What's happened? If you do that, this is the first spark, trust without personal verification. You don't know it is true or false, but you believe that. Because it came from, sometimes because of your family, because of your culture. You believe that. Second one, Okappana Saddha. I explained Aagamika Saddha. Now second one is Okappana Saddha. Have you heard this? Mr. Udita? Have you heard this one? Yes, very good. And how about the others? Yeah. You know, you say, I have Saddha, you know. Everybody has Saddha. As a Buddhist people, you have Saddha. But somebody has Aagamika Saddha. They follow only religious activities or other activities. They don't follow Buddha's teaching. But however, I appreciate Aagamika Saddha. I try to understand that. I'm not criticizing or blame to you. As Buddhist people, even you can follow the first stage. Yeah, starting point, that kind of a stage. Then Okappana Saddha is different than that. Settled confident faith, okay, we can see a deeper confidence that settled in the heart after careful reflection and understanding. What's the nature of that? One places that mind steadily open the triple gems, Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. This is mentioned in Suddhi Magga. What's the meaning of this one? This is a little bit advanced than the cultural tradition, Saddha or Aagamika Saddha. Little bit advanced. They believe Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. By using your understanding, little bit, okay? By your understanding, you believe. Do you believe Buddha? Yes. I believe Buddha. I respect Buddha. I believe Dhamma. It's okay. There's also Saddha. But first one, mother, father say, he doesn't care about the meaning or the thing, just believe. But this is quite different than that. Mother and father explain, but he tried to understand who is the Buddha like that, who is the Dhamma, who is the Sangha, then respect. Another stage. Here, you can see this. Adhimokkha Saddha. Third one is Adhimokkha Saddha. Decision-based faith. A firm inner decision to walk the path of practice with full commitment. What's the nature of this? More than admiration, it is a choice to live according to Dhamma. Now, personally, that's depend on cultural or influence of the family. The second one is, a little bit about the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, but you don't follow the teaching. Okay, Buddha advised to forget 5 precepts, do good things now. I will explain the story of the Sarakani. Have you heard the story of the Sarakani? Who was a monk, who used to drink a lot. In Sinhala, like this. He used to drink, but try to understand, he consistently practiced Saddha. Maybe sometime second one, but he respect Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. People can drink, it doesn't matter. But no need to reject Saddha. Okay. Somebody gets something in it, they use, like Sarakani, he was a drunkard, but he practiced confidence. He respected Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha consistency. Finally, who got real Saddha and he became enlightened one. We can understand which kind of Saddha he developed. I think first he developed second one, Okappana Saddha. He do some wrong, so okay, but he has he respected to Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, like second Saddha. Third is quite different. That is quite a little bit different. You can see work the path of practice with full commitment. Now we try to practice. That is also Saddha. If you want to respect to the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, you need to practice Dhamma. That is the, there was a monk called Vakkani. Every day who came in front of the Buddha and look at the Buddha. The Buddha asked, Kinte Vakkani, why are you look at me every day? Then Buddha advised, don't look at me. You can't see me by using my image, my physical body. If you want to see me, you have to practice Dhamma. You go and practice Dhamma, then only you can see Buddha. Otherwise you can't see the Buddha. Then advice. I think this is the third one. No need to search image of the Buddha. You can go wherever, under the tree or cave, you can practice 5 precepts or meditation, whatever thing. You don't want to like these images, but you can practice. That is, I think, because you can see nature more than admiration. He doesn't care appreciation of the people, from the people. He just practice 5 precepts like that, from 5 precepts, all the things like. He doesn't care about admirations or appreciation. Even people criticize or blame, doesn't matter. He practice. That is Adhimokkha Saddha, not showing. Then you can nature. You try to understand the nature of that person. More than admiration, it is a choice to live according to Dhamma. This is a kind of a stage. Now, next one, fourth one. Avekkana Saddha. Avekkana Saddha. Can you see that? Avekkana Saddha, insight-based faith. Now I think Sarakani after that, after I said Sarakani was he used to drink so many things, so many alcohol like that. But finally he consistently he practiced Saddha, maybe the second one. Finally, who realized the impermanence of the universe, the suffering of the universe, non-self of the universe, then I think that person came to higher position like this. Avekkana Saddha, insight based. This is develop our insight practice. Yes, you can practice by understanding the Vipassana. Vipassana means after seeing this truth of impermanence, suffering and non-self, faith becomes unshakable. Now nobody can shake their Saddha, but culture can shake. If monk do wrong thing, oh, you are going to say, oh, we are not going to follow the Buddhism, we don't want to follow the Buddhism, we can follow another religion like that, you criticize. Because you based on the personal appearance and personal things. Can you understand? The Buddha said that how it is happened like Saddha Pramano, Saddha Prasada. Because of the sounds, some monks has good voice. Then you build up, oh, this is marvelous preaching. Like that you appreciate and you are going to respect. By using his marvelous or beautiful voice. But that is not a real Saddha. You follow only voice. The some monks has good personality. Then you say this is good monks and you follow. But you don't know he's follow good teaching or bad teaching. But you follow. That's wrong. Follow me. Don't consider that. And then Buddha prohibited that. And Rupa Pramano, Rupa Prasado. Someone considers out appearance. Some monks are very beautiful, no? Then you say, this is very beautiful monks. And you respect. That is not a real. That is not a real. Then Buddha totally prohibited such kind of belief system. Then, now that person, the fourth person come to, he got Saddha by using Avekkana Saddha, inside base faith, it depends on what's the nature of that. After seeing the truth of impermanence and suffering, non-self, faith become unshakable. Nobody can change now. If somebody can destroy all the statues of the Buddha, it doesn't matter, because he knows the impermanence of this statue. Okay, he knows well the impermanence of this statue. He developed only the real teaching methods. Some monks blame that person, so okay, he knows well this is the nature of the human being. This is the impermanence of the human being, suffering of the human being. Like that, he can understand. This is a real Saddha actually. As my understanding, this is good. No one can shake his confidence, his faith. Then it mentioned in the Visuddhimagga also you can find information. So the final one, Phala Saddha, faith at a moment of enlightenment, path and a result like that. This is the final one. As a Buddhist, we can achieve this higher position. Sotapanna, he said, the first stream or first enter, it's the stream of Buddhism. Then the meaning, the faith arises a noble disciple, Arya now who had come in good position. Now he is unshakable. No one can shake him. Now in his good position, Arya Puggala who has realized the Dhamma, what's the nature of that? Complete, irreversible and confidence beyond doubt. In Sanghika Sutta you can find out information. This is the source, because I wanted to mention the source because otherwise you think this is my interpretation. This is not actually my interpretation. I studied and I get some information from the Visuddhimagga and Abhidhamma as well as the Sanghika Sutta. This is a Phala result. So you can see commentaries and explain the faith of the Sotapanna enter who has unshakable confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. Now you can understand how your Saddha is happening, no? Which kind of Saddha you have developed already. If you are in a one state, it's okay. Really appreciate. When if you are in a one stage, try to come. You have Aagamika Saddha only. Please try to come second one. Get some confidence on Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha like Sarakana. Firstly, who had only respect to the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. He believed Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. But he didn't practice Dhamma. Can you do that? You can. Sometimes as a human being, especially you are a lay person, you have to participate with a different kind of, you have to engage, in a different kind of things. That's the nature. Sometimes you get angry. Even the monk, as we are monks, we also have to face such kind of thing. But we believe Buddha, we believe Dhamma, we believe Sangha. We are not going to reject. Then if somebody can practice, not only believe, now you are going to practice Buddha's teaching. Then the fourth one is, it is a kind of a practice, but understanding of impermanence and suffering and non-self. That's most important. Unshakable. If somebody can understand impermanence of the universe, suffering of the universe, and non-self of the universe, definitely who will be higher being, like Sotapanna. This is, now it is more than the fourth one, Phala, who that person has become stream mentor, or who got the higher position in Buddhism. Not highest, some position, the first stage, like that, Sotapanna. Then you can see, I summary this one, Aagamika Saddha, faith through hearing tradition, it mentioned in Kalama Sutta. The Okappana Saddha, settled faith after reflection. Adhimokkha Saddha, decision-based, committed faith. Now you are going to practice that. Avekkana Saddha, not only practice, but you have become real awareness of impermanence, suffering and non-self. And the final one, Phala Saddha, faith at a moment of realization. Now you got a kind of a good higher position, like Sotapanna. Then this is the I'm not going to explain more because time has come to a stop, but however, Saddha was belief. Saddha was different. I will say some Sri Lankan story to introduce the importance of wisdom and Saddha. If you develop only Saddha, it's not good, but you have, same time you have to develop wisdom too. I will say one story, it came from Sinhala context, Sinhala culture. Try to understand that, only that it is not real, but try to understand the message. Okay, there was one lady who actually pregnant woman, there was a pregnant woman. Then one day, one of the monks who entered to his shop. There was a lady who was selling, selling fruits. Then one of the monks who entered into her shop, then asked about something regarding fruits. Then after that, that monk decided to buy some fruits from pregnant woman. Then he brought some fruits from pregnant woman. Then at that time, the monk's going to give money. Then that pregnant woman said, "No, I don't want money from monks. I respect to the monks, then I don't want money." Then that monk had decided to bless for her because he rejected money. Now monks was going to bless for her. Then he is now getting delivered child. No? Therefore, that monks use some word. You may have good and comfortable delivery or childbirth. Like that, he says something regarding pregnant movement. And that lady doesn't have concentration or mindfulness thoughts. Suddenly, after the blessing, she also said, may it be same to you. Like that. Because he didn't have awareness of concentration and wisdom. That's the problem. This is actually not worry about the story, but get idea. If you don't have wisdom, you have only what? Saddha. Then you offering only. When you don't practice because you don't have wisdom. You only offer. Therefore, you should have a good awareness of your Saddha. Then, that is different between Saddha and belief. Saddha you can develop more and more if you have wisdom. Belief, you can see often blind beliefs. Saddha is experiential and like that. Then, okay, I want to explain. Saddha as a spiritual faculty. Spiritual faculty, you know, if somebody wants to develop your spiritual faculties, the Saddha is the first stage. Saddha, confidence. Then next one is, if you have Saddha, you have virya. Because of Saddha, you are sitting and you are listening Dhamma. Otherwise, you are not doing this. Because of Saddha, you respect to Dhamma, not respect for me. It's a second, but first you respect to the Dhamma. That is why you are sitting and you are listening Dhamma. And then you have energy. Is it not easy, no? You want to go now, you have responsibility, you are in the struggle. But virya. Then next one is mindfulness, sati, samadhi, concentration. You can develop that. Then finally you can get wisdom. What is the first stage? Saddha. Otherwise, you cannot develop virya or sati, mindfulness, energy, concentration, wisdom. Then try to develop saddha or rational knowledge, rational teaching methods of the Buddha by using your wisdom and your saddha. Then, finally, if you need to develop your saddha, what you have to do, taking refuge in the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. Always try to respect Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. You can respect in different ways. Then what is the next one? Observing precepts and practicing generosity. I know you practice generosity, you observe precepts, then you can develop saddha. Then attending meditation, retreat or Dhamma Talk. Now you are doing that, no? You can develop. When you listen more and more, the more you listen, the more you can practice, the more you can develop confidence or saddha. Otherwise you can't do that. Then supporting the Sangha through dana and service. Then trusting karmic result and the Four Noble Truths. If you don't believe Four Noble Truths or concept of karma, you cannot develop saddha, confidence. Then what is the spiritual support? According to Samgita Sutta, you have 7 treasures. According to Samgita Sutta, you have 7 treasures. What is Saddhana? You can see the 7 treasures are faith. You have a treasures, no, I know, but this is the spiritual 7 treasures according to Samgita Sutta. The first one, faith, saddha. Then virtue, morality. Then moral shame is very important. Moral shame, moral shame. You should have shame to do bad things. Moral shame. Then moral fear. And learning generosity and wisdom. 7 treasures. As a human being, if you can develop, you can be a successful man. It start from saddha. Then, finally, I would like to say saddha is a gentle light that guides the Dhamma. Seeker is not domestic belief, but a noble trust. In the possibility of awakening, it is the starting point of journey and the thread that holds everything together. Then may we all cultivate Akaravati Saddha, faith grounded in understanding, enriched by practice. Now I think you have some idea about the Saddha. Please try to develop Aagamika Saddha and try to develop stages. I have mentioned 5 stages of Saddha. Then develop that, then you can understand, you can realize your position. When I am in like that, what is the place where I am in like that? You can understand that by using 5 stages. And there are 2 kinds of Saddha, Aagamika and Amolika. This is the Saddha that you have to develop, faith grounded in understanding and enriched by practice. Then next day, this is the topic, the 2 types of ordinary person in Buddhism. According to Sabbasa Sutta, I am going to explain this. This is the term, Suttava Patajjana and Suttava Patajjana. Now you know, well, confidence or Saddha. Then if you want to be real Patajjana, or real Buddhist disciple, next day I will explain according to the discourse of Sabbasava in Majjhima Nikaya. Thank you for listening Dhamma Talk today. So I am going to transfer merits to Devas and departed family members of Katugamphalla family. Mr. Udita as well as Miss Pushpika, like that. Then first of all, I'm going to transfer merit to all the Devas. Please recite Akasaddasha. Akasaddasha Bhummatta Devanaga Mahindika Punyantang Anumoditva Chinan Rakkantu Loka Sasanam. As well as I'm going to transfer merit departed Somaratna Jayalat, Mr. Somaratna Jayalat, Miss Pushpika's father. Then I would like to transfer merit. May he be well, happy, healthy and peaceful, and finally may he attain bliss of Nirvana. Please recite the stanzas to transfer merit all the departed ones. Idam me ñāti nam hotu sukhitā hontu nāteo. Idam me ñāti nam hotu sukhitā hontu nāteo. Idam me ñāti nam hotu sukhitā hontu nāteo. I am going to bless all the supporters or sponsors. Today, Dhamma sermon conducted under the guidance of Most Venerable Bhante Talangama Devanandanayaka Thero and as well as our Chandraratana Thero, who is supposed to continue that, to do that. Then I would like to share our loving kindness thoughts for them. May they be well, happy and peaceful. As well as I am going to bless Miss Pushpika and Mr. Udita, Ryan and Manisha, and all of you I am going to bless for you by the power of Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. You all of you, may you be well, happy, healthy and peaceful. Thank you very much for listening Dhamma. Now I am going to bless for you by reciting Abhivadana series. Please worship. Abhivadana